Kansas City Chiefs select Xavier Worthy.
There it is.
Travis Kelce, who had taken pay cuts in the past to potentially open up more space in the salary cap, has obviously produced, is now a multiple-time Super Bowl champion, a world icon, a podcast host, and now highest paid tight end in history. Congratulations, Travis.
Yeah, Kelce.
Welcome back to the most unprofessional sports channel on YouTube. Welcome back to Swivel Chair Sports. I'm your host, Xavier Worthy. Here with the host today, Aaron. Go and say hi.
Hi. If you like our content, be sure to like and subscribe, leave a comment, let us know what you think.
But other than that, let's go ahead and get into it. The Chiefs making a big splash in the 2024 NFL Draft, trading up from pick number 32 to pick number 28 with surprising trade partner Buffalo Bills in order to jump up and take wide receiver Xavier Worthy out of Texas with that selection. Worthy, obviously known as the brand new fastest man in the NFL, having ran the fastest 40 time in NFL Combine history earlier this offseason, running a 4.21 second 40-yard dash, just absolutely flying. But he's not just fast, no, he's also a productive receiver as well, at least he was in college. Came out as a freshman for Texas, put up 62 receptions for 981 yards and 12 touchdowns as a true freshman. Then his sophomore year, he had a little bit of a slump, 60 receptions for only 760 yards and 9 touchdowns. And then obviously last year having to share a lot of targets with Adonai Mitchell this past season. Put up more receptions than he ever has, 75, more yards than he's ever had with 1,014, but lowest touchdown total to date with only 5. Aaron, what's kind of your first impressions of Xavier Worthy, new Kansas City Chief?
Well, first of all, what's his name? I'm so stupid. QB for Texas.
Oh, Quinn Ewers?
Quinn Ewers, yeah. He got hurt Xavier's sophomore year. So
Well, there you go.
that's
That'd be...
partially the reason for some of the drop-off. They kind of struggled the second half of that season. But yeah, this is as soon as the combine ended, that was the guy I wanted the Chiefs to get. I'm sure you remember me talking about him. He's got that special downfield ball tracking ability that you look for in those speed guys. That's kind of rare to get the combination of the two. And then you just complement him with Hollywood Brown and Rashee Rice. That's going to be a very fun wide receiver core to watch. A definite step up from last year's receiving core.
Yeah, what were kind of your we were watching the draft together, obviously, but what was kind of your initial thoughts whenever you saw that the Bills of all teams traded back with us in order for us to take this guy?
I wouldn't say very surprised. I was surprised, because it was the Bills, but it did make sense getting, just a little bit of draft capital with all the needs they had, losing so many of their players trying to do their cap gymnastics. I thought for sure they were going to stick and take a receiver, or maybe even look to move up. I thought Adonai Mitchell was kind of a lock for them, and then we moved up, and I thought we were getting him, and then we ended up taking Xavier Worthy, who I think kind of everybody had resigned to the second round for some reason, or a lot of people had. And then I was very happy.
Yeah, I think a lot of people kind of assumed that he was going to be similar to, you see a 4.21 40 time, and I feel like first thing you think of is John Ross and how big of a failure his NFL career ended up being. So I think some people probably got a little skittish about that. Maybe didn't think he was quite as polished of a route runner as he actually probably is, according to a lot of the draft reports I've seen come out about him. Moving on to our second story, Travis Kelce signing a brand new 2-year, $34.25 million contract, becoming the new highest paid tight end in the NFL by $100,000 annually, just beating out Darren Waller. making $17.1 million a year. Darren Waller's making 17. So just had to raise the bar slightly. But Travis Kelce has never really come across a guy that cared too much about the money at the end of the day. He's always wanted to win. I don't think he's never really been known to put up much of a fuss when it came to contracts. So I think this is a well-deserved payday for him after years and years of service for the Kansas City Chiefs, being arguably the greatest tight end in NFL history. So what's
And he's restructured several times.
yeah, he's always been willing to take a pay cut in order to bring in some more talent around him, or keep talent around him. I believe his restructure was a big reason we were able to bring Chris Jones back. Yeah, he's been a blessing for this Chiefs team. I don't think we could have asked for a more team guy than Travis Kelce throughout the last decade and a half or whatever it's been. But what's kind of your opinion on this new contract that he's received here this offseason?
Totally deserved. It's been fun to watch him grow up from that fiery guy that would, throw a towel at a referee after getting an unsportsmanlike penalty
Oh, that was funny.
called on him and then getting kicked out of the game.
Yeah.
So, just kind of the guy he's grown into has been something to watch, and it's always amazing. Every game, it seems like he can go for 100 yards, and then people are like, "How is he this open?" And it's just he's just that good. So it'll be fun to watch what the rest of his career holds. Hopefully, it's with the Chiefs, and he can go into the Hall of Fame as a Chief, and I would want nothing else for him.
I think this is an indicator he's going to end up retiring a Chief, and I think it's probably going to be at the end of this contract. Obviously, his brother just retired this past year, or this offseason, I mean, and I would assume him and Jason have a lot of plans for the future with their new podcast and probably other media ventures they plan on going on in the future. Obviously, he's also dating Taylor Swift, so he's quite the pop culture
Hey,
icon right now.
hey, maybe they make a record, make
Ooh,
make some music.
that'd be cool. Jason and
Jason's been
Travis.
making those Christmas
That's
albums,
true.
so
Yeah.
maybe they hop in the booth and make some songs.
Yeah, there you go. That's what we need. We need a Kelce Brothers rap album coming out dissing. I don't know who they diss together, but
Taylor's exes.
there you go. Yeah, yeah. Obviously, really deserved contract. He's probably going to go down as, I mean, in my opinion, he's already the greatest tight end in NFL history, and he's still got, I think, a decent amount left in the tank. At least 2 more years, according to this contract. So, uh, I'm excited to see what other records he could potentially break throughout the remaining years of his career. So, yeah, Travis Kelce, GOAT. I don't care what you say. He's the greatest of all time at the position. And in my opinion, I don't think you can really argue it. I don't care if Gronk's your favorite or whatever. Gronk didn't have he wasn't as available as Kelce has been throughout his career. Sure, he may have had the higher peak or whatever you want to call it, but Travis Kelce has been consistent through and through for his entire career. Most 1,000-yard receiving seasons out of any tight end in NFL history. He's always available, never gets hurt, other than that one game this year, which we don't want to talk about. But
I mean, Gronk had the greatest quarterback of all time throwing to him, and Travis Kelce just has, a bum throwing to him. So I think that speaks volumes to his talent and his impact on the team.
that's true. I mean, he does help carry Patrick Mahomes throughout those 3 Super Bowl titles. At least that's what a lot of the critics say. So I think if you're gonna take the credit away from Mahomes, you got to give it to Kelce or vice versa. You got to pick one, guys. You can't say they're both overrated because that doesn't make sense. So, but unless you get anything else, I think that'll do it for this episode of the most unprofessional sports channel on YouTube, Swivel Chair Sports. I've been your host, Zach Zuckerberg Merkel here with the coach today, Aaron. Go and say bye, Aaron.
Bye.
All right, please make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this. Other than that, deuces.